famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Play action, Newman. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Newman. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Newman to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Now it's Newman. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 now on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert, 27 yards. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tua going to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The extra point splits the points. And that makes the score 14-7. More start out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. In motion, Hill. On 2nd down, Mostert. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one down the line of scrimmage.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning the perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon me?
No, I think you can do it here in football. A perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right. Come down and measure the start for that secondary. Let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Off the play fake. Here's Newman. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Newman. And that is incomplete.
He's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree, absolutely.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line.
They hand it off to Mostert.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Throw offside complete. That's Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. Lead now with 3 touchdowns and 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, they did well on scrimmage because they were dominating it after interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught it up. Well, this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Now Newman.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And his pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
In motion right is Wilson. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Newman trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action with Newman. He's going to go up top again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They're not contending on this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. From the gun, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before it can even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can see what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 12, Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, You're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Mills. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful. It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Pierce on the counter. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And I think he's going to go. They're going to get him. The 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On play action, Mills.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Off the play fake, Mills. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
is intercepted for the third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Rasheem Green. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man, it's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That one complete to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as he showed there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check Max. Check White. Smith red. Ready?
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
All right, go. Steal. Check steal. You. Yellow.
2nd second down. Here's Mostert again.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Oh, it's caught. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll hit Mostert again here.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point splits the offense. And this one was over a while ago as they just added on. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one. Pierce has it knocked loose.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And some space here. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Getting to the ball behind the line was Xavier Howard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football.